Hello.
With another video review. And today, thanks to the folks at Thinkway Toys, we'll be taking a look at the new Despicable Me 2 Collector's Edition of Minion Dave. Now, we took a look at the smaller, cheaper version of Dave, which does have the talking gimmick. You just move it around manually yourself to activate it. Much like what Thinkway Toys did with their Toy Story and Wall-E sort of collectible series ones, they took the Minion, known as Dave, as well as Agnes and Gru, and they built in the interactive feature. As you can see here, it talks back, has the original voice featuring 30 plus sayings, and he moves by himself. In addition to that, you also do get the nice certificate of authenticity collector card sort of thing. You see it's a product of Gru's Lab. It's a Despicable toy. Now this is a Toys R Us only exclusive, and that's a little unfortunate because it's making this guy a little bit harder to find. And to be totally honest, I already had Gru and I had Agnes, and I returned both of them. I just didn't like them nearly as much. Now the Minions are something that I absolutely love, so I knew I had to get this guy, and I'm really happy that I did. You come around here to the back of it, and you got the various action features. His eyes move, he wiggles his head back and forth. There's 3 different ways to play with it. You can push his chin to go through the original movie voices with facial expressions and things like that, and then you press it again, you get another response. Or you can talk to him and he'll respond to you, and he even knows if you raise his voice. So very similar to what we got before with the Toy Story stuff. And if you press his chin twice quickly, he goes into a singing mode where he sings the Minion song, which I'll demonstrate here in a little bit. And at the top here it says, Gru's loyal, yellow, gibberish-speaking minions love causing mischief and mayhem almost as much as they love bananas. They are easily distracted and can be unpredictable, curious, and subversively sweet. They are extremely competitive with each other. This can lead to sudden slap fights, but if someone from the outside tries to harm them or Gru's family, they become fiercely protective. And if you've seen the Despicable Me 2 movie already, you know exactly what that's talking about. And we saw it a lot in the first movie as well. So this is something I was really looking forward to. So let's get him open and see how cool he actually is. Okay guys, so here we have the collector edition of the Minion Dave open up and out of its packaging. And there is a lot of nice extra detail that's added onto this that the smaller, cheaper version doesn't necessarily have. And it really speaks to the collector nature that this particular toy is kind of geared towards. As you can see, it is very similar to what I showed you before, but there are some very subtle differences. Number one being the fact that his overalls are a actual denim material, which is really very nice as opposed to just the molded blue bits on here, but you see that's what's going on. Now he also has hair, but each one is an individual follicle, unlike the smaller one that just had it kind of molded in as part of the actual head. This is all individually separate, which is a very nice touch. It stays down like the other one, but it's just a lovely, wonderful detail. Now his arms are a little bit more tricky when it comes to the articulation. They will rotate here, but it's really kind of stiff to actually do it. So you can get it to rotate it all the way around, but because it's so in tight to the actual rubber, I'm a little concerned that doing that over time will actually cause stress on the rubber, possibly ripping it. That does kind of make me worried. His hands also don't rotate around, at least at the wrists. Well, anywhere else really. Well, he does have elbow articulation. There's a little ratchet joint on the inside, as you can see. You can get it stretched out, but again, because of the rubber, it kind of makes it snap back into place. So you do get a little posability with that, which isn't bad. I do like that. And then the feet, actually, they also rotate. They're on nice ratchet joints as well, and they actually pivot forward and back, which is, again, a nice, wonderful touch. Now, he does have much bigger feet than the smaller, cheaper version, but that's mostly due to the fact that, well, he moves a lot when you turn on his interactive mode. Now, just because I like keeping his arms down, and I do wish I could bring him in a little bit tighter, but you really can't. I'd like to have them more like this, but you see they kind of flip outwards. Now, as I mentioned, he does have 3 different modes to play. What you want to come around here to the side, slide this down, and it's on demo mode here. You can move it to the middle position and it's off, and then actually, I'm sorry, this all the way on the right side is demo, off, and then this is the play mode. So, leaving it in demo mode, this is what you're going to get when you actually get him out of the package and he's ready to go, getting this back up there like so, kind of covering him up. And then you just push here on his lower lip and you find a button. And you can see he goes through the motions. We'll get to that a little bit longer because there is actually there's actually more of a play feature with that song. So doing it again. And then you can see, I mean, he is moving around a lot, so those bigger feet really help to keep him stable and not falling over. I've played with this guy several times since opening him, and he hasn't fallen over yet, which is really nice. So doing it again. I mean, I absolutely love it. This is definitely the absolute best of the Minions that I have. And again, it is a collector version, so it is more expensive. This guy runs you about $60, whereas the other one, I think it was like $30. So much nicer detail, much more interactivity with it, more play features, things in that nature. And it's actually a little bit bigger of a figure. So, I mean, to me, that the price is really justified. Plus, you got all the mechanics and everything in it. I just love everything that he says. It makes me smile. And then trying to... It's not... I mean, you can really see. I mean, he gets going forward and back. I mean, that's really cool. And he's nicely balanced. Now, like I said, that's the regular demo mode. Coming around here to the side, we're going to put him in play mode. And this is where he actually responds to sounds. Now, he doesn't exactly respond to anything specifically that you say, but... Now, you're supposed to get louder, so... I guess that's him being afraid. So you can see he's got a fear of sounds, but... And that's all it really does. He just kind of interacts with the sounds. He responds to the noise. I guess I'm being a little bit too loud. Hey, Dave, how are you today? Now he really, excuse me, Dave, he really does say more things, but it doesn't seem like he wants to go through all those various sounds and sayings. And he would...
Ooh, candy.
Candy? I love it when he does the quacking, the quack, quack, quack. I mean, it's good, and then he's laughing. I don't know if that encourages more. I don't know if that encourages more sounds. What? Back away? I don't think he farts though. That would be fun. Do you fart? Dave, do you fart? No, I want you to fart. Will you fart? Nah, fart, Dave. Fart. I want you to fart.
No. Papoy.
No, I said fart.
Papoy.
So that's the kind of the interactive feature, and like I said, it's very simplistic, much like the other ones. They don't actually specifically respond to anything that you're saying. It's just kind of responding to the noise that's around it. But I absolutely love it. Now it does have one more very cool feature, but I really should show it off with my other minions. So I'm gonna set him here, and we're gonna bring out the rest of his friends. And here you see him, and as you can see, he is a little bit bigger than the regular Dave, but it actually really doesn't bother me because, I mean, the minions come in all different shapes and sizes, so this perfectly fits with the rest of my collection. But just for a little bit of fun, the singing mode, and then getting him all in here, you just tap this twice quick, and see if I can get it. No, that's not what I wanted you to do. No, come on.
Okay.
Maybe I have to have an actual. Maybe I have. Here we. Okay. All right, here we go. Maybe I have to have an actual play mode to do it. So let's try this again. Absolutely love that. Now, I mean, you can, if you had these ones, like I said, I do like the actual articulation a little bit better here in the arms, but you can't get them to play with each other, kind of. Well, is this the one that farts? I don't remember. And yeah, he's not the one that farts, I don't think. No. He's the... But that's about it. I just absolutely love this thing. Now, as I said, this is a Toys R Us exclusive, so the only place you're going to be able to find this right now in terms of retail would be Toys R Us, and there, it's going to run you about $60. But when it comes down to it, I really think that this is well worth it. There's a lot of playability with it, and it's a Minion, and I happen to love these little guys, so I absolutely recommend picking this up, especially if you're a collector. Now, if you're a parent looking to get something for their kids, I think that the smaller ones are probably going to be a little bit more kid-friendly, and of course easier on your wallet, I suppose. But collectors, this is the way to go, and I absolutely love it. So that's about it. That's all I can think of. So until next time, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. Keep in touch with me. Find our recent purchases as well as all upcoming video reviews all at facebook.com/teambotimus, and follow me over on Twitter at twitter.com/Optibotimus. And until next time. I'll talk to you later.